The corridors of the Interstellar Youth Academy buzzed with an electric hum, a symphony of alien dialects and mechanical whirs. Students from across the galaxy shuffled through the gleaming halls, their forms ranging from bipedal insectoids to amorphous blobs gliding on hover pads. Among them was Zara Vega, the only human student in her cohort, a fact that made her both an object of curiosity and ridicule. Zara had been chosen as part of Earth's first delegation to attend the Academy, a prestigious institution designed to foster intergalactic understanding and cooperation among young minds. But for all its noble intentions, the school wasn't immune to conflict, and Zara quickly learned that being different came at a cost. Her tormentor went by the name Vrexthar, a towering Kralian whose shimmering exoskeleton reflected light, like polished obsidian. His mandibles clicked audibly whenever he laughed, which was often at someone else's expense. Vrexthar ruled the lower levels of the academy with an iron grip, flanked by his cronies, two burly Graxians who looked more like boulders than beings. Today, however, something felt off. As Zara rounded the corner toward her applied xenobiology class, she caught sight of Vrexthar lounging against the wall, his sharp eyes fixed on her. She instinctively slowed down, clutching her datapad tighter. Well, Vrexthar drawled, his voice deep and guttural. If it isn't the fragile little earthling. A few nearby students paused, their antennae twitching or tendrils curling in anticipation. This was routine entertainment for them, watching Vrexthar toy with the outsider. Zara forced herself to keep walking, keeping her gaze level despite the knot forming in her stomach. "Leave me alone, Vrexthar," but he stepped into her, path blocking her way. His mandibles spread wide in what passed for a grin among Kralians. "You think you're so special, don't you? Just because your planet got lucky enough to join the Galactic Council?" "I didn't ask to be here," Zara shot back, surprising even herself with the steadiness in her voice. "And I'm not interested in whatever game you're playing." Vrexthar leaned closer, his shadow looming over her. "Oh, but this isn't a game, human. It's survival. And weaklings like you don't belong here." Before Zara could react, one of his clawed hands shot out, grabbing her wrist. The sudden contact sent a jolt through her system, not just fear, but anger. Pure, unrelenting anger. "Let go of me," she said, her tone icy. Vrexthar chuckled, tightening his grip. "Or what? You'll cry? Call your mommy?" The crowd around them murmured, some snickering while others shifted uncomfortably. No one dared intervene. After all, crossing Vrexthar meant signing up for trouble, and no one wanted that kind of attention. Zara closed her eyes for a brief moment, drawing in a slow breath. When she opened them again, there was a fire in her gaze that hadn't been there before. "You really shouldn't have done that," she said quietly. Vrexthar tilted his head, confused by the sudden shift in her demeanor. "What are you—" He never finished the sentence. 30 seconds later, everything changed. It started subtly. At first, Vrexthar thought it was just static electricity crackling along his exoskeleton. Then came the tingling sensation in his claws, followed by a sharp sting that traveled up his arm. He released Zara instinctively, stumbling back as if burned. "What? What did you do?" he demanded, shaking his hand wildly. Zara stood still, watching him with calm detachment. For once, she wasn't afraid. In fact, she almost felt sorry for him. The tingling turned into searing pain, and Vrexthar let out a strangled roar. His usually impenetrable exoskeleton began to glow faintly, then brighter, until it was almost blinding. The other students gasped, backing away as the Kralian bully collapsed to his knees, clutching his arms. "Stop it!" he shouted, his voice laced with panic. "Make it stop!" Zara crossed her arms, tilting her head slightly. "Funny thing about humans, we've got these nifty little defense mechanisms called bioelectric fields. Most people don't even realize they have them." But when someone touches me without permission? She shrugged. Let's just say my body doesn't take kindly to it. By now, Vrexthar was writhing on the floor, his exoskeleton pulsating, with energy. His cronies hesitated, unsure whether to help him or flee themselves. The rest of the crowd stared in stunned silence, their preconceived notions about the fragile human crumbling before their very eyes. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the glowing subsided, leaving Vrexthar panting and disoriented. He looked up at Zara, his pride shattered. You're dangerous, he stammered. No, Zara corrected him firmly. I'm human. There's a difference. With that, she turned on her heel and walked away, leaving behind a trail of whispers and awestruck faces. From that day forward, no one dared mess with Zara Vega, not because they feared her powers, but because they finally understood that she was far stronger than anyone had given her credit for. And perhaps, just perhaps, the interstellar youth Academy would become a place where respect transcended species.